Okay, so I am streaming it also on YouTube. Okay, so those who are saying YouTube, yes, I'm streaming it also. I'm streaming it live on YouTube too. Okay, so that is I'm going to share the YouTube link with you guys. Okay. I'm sending the link to the, what do you call it? The Telegram page. Okay, today's YouTube link. I've shared it on. I've shared the link there. Somebody say YouTube people send him data. Oh gosh, that is interesting. Okay. Someone called me today and was saying that the regression. Hey, Gilbert, please. We don't want to see you eating on our page. Please take off your video. Who did you now so be sure? Good. Ebiana obody number 2 be soon to the Don't do that here. Okay, so I'm streaming it live on YouTube as well. So those of you who want to go and watch on YouTube, I've sent. He said, "Sir, can there be a question where you be asked to use all these methods? Which methods are you talking about? Hey, how come somebody is able to write on my screen? I think I've disabled that. Oh. Okay. 132, 33. Please, I've shared the YouTube link, okay? I've shared the YouTube link. I'm streaming it live on YouTube too. So those who want to go there, watch it. You are giving me no choice. I'm here for you. Derek, which question are you talking about? Is it the one that I've displayed on the screen? Okay, so what I'm saying is that someone called me today and said the regression that we did, okay, he wants me to just quickly brief him. So I picked up this question on the screen to help us do a recap, okay, of the regression method. So without wasting time, let me go through the regression method. And we are saying that with the regression method, we basically, the formula for the regression method is y hat is equal to a, which is the independent variable, plus the b, which is the dependent variable, and x. But this x is not, you can either put it into bracket or not. So let me write it as it is. So this is how we write the formula. Okay, y bar is equal to a plus the bx. Okay, and we said b we can calculate for B when we do the sum of X and Y minus N X bar Y bar all over the sum of let me check let me be sure of the formula again. Okay, so this is the formula. So this is the formula for finding. Okay, so that is the formula for finding B. And the formula for finding A is also this one. So those of you who were here yesterday and you understand what we did, okay, you can kindly start using the figures that I've put on the screen to follow up, okay? I'm just trying to use this to help someone who, so this is going to be our X, this is going to be our demand, is going to be our Y, okay? So to find B, we are saying the sum of XY. So wherever you see this summation sign, okay, it's actually a table, okay? So let's create, sorry, it's a column, sorry, it's a column. So X and Y. And when we are done, we'll find the sum of XY here. So X and Y, the multiplication of the two. So to multiply the figures, I'll be using this calculator here to help me do the calculation. So 74 multiplied by 1 will be 74. Then 79 multiplied by 2, 79 times 2 will give us 158. 74, 158. I'm going to use this table to explain the margin of error, okay? So I'm coming. $80 times 3. 80 times 3, 240. So we have the next item, 240. Then the next one, 90 times 4. That is 360. Okay, 360. Then 105 multiplied by 5, 105 by 5. That is 525. 525. Then 142, 142 multiplied by 6. Okay, so this should give us 852. Then 122 multiplied by 7. 122 by 7. 854. 854. So when we are done, please, I am just, who said YouTube video is not available? People are there. Okay, I have 6 people watching. Unless you didn't get the link. Derek, that is a YouTube link. Okay. Oh, sorry. Did I reply to only Derek? Oh, sorry. Let me reply to everybody. I have people on YouTube watching. So the YouTube people, if there is any question you want to ask, please feel free and ask the question. Okay. Okay. So after we have been able to add all these figures together, after we have been able to do the XY, which is X multiplied by Y value. Okay, so we did 1 multiplied by 74, 2 multiplied by 79, 3 multiplied by 80, and we got all these figures. So let's add them together. Let's add them together. Has anybody done it? 74 plus 158 plus 240 plus 360 plus 525 plus 852 plus 854. 3063. Good. I think you guys are following up. Thank you. So the sum of XY is equal to 3063. So all this side of the formula, okay, all this side of the formula will be replaced with 3063. Okay. Now in the formula we are the n, and we said n is the number of periods we are dealing with. Okay. So if you go to the period, we have period 1, period 2, period 3, period 4, period 5, period 6, period 7. So n over here is equal to 7. So I'll replace n by 7. Okay. Then x bar, we are saying that x bar is equal to the mean of x. The mean of x. Okay. So what we do is that we have to add all the figures of x together. Okay. We need to add all these figures together and divide it by the number of periods. So the mean, to find the mean of x, I don't know who wrote on my screen that this thing is disturbing me like that. Rotation. Okay, good. Okay, good. So to find the mean of x, what you are going to do is, so to find x bar is to add all these figures. Okay, so it's going to be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7. And what will be the figure? 28. So 28 divided by 7, which is going to give us 4. Good. So our X bar, I'm going to write it over here. X bar is equal to 4. Our X bar X bar is equal to 4. So we come to our formula and we substitute X bar with 4. And to find Y bar 2, we will add all Y figures together. Okay. We will add all the Y figures together. And when we are done, we divide it by 7, the number of items. So it was supposed to be, I'm not going to write it. It's supposed to be 74 plus 79 plus 80 plus 90 plus 105 plus 142 plus 142. Okay. And what is the total there? Say somebody's saying 692. So if it is 692, then we divide it by 7, the number of periods. Okay. So 692 divided by 7, which will give us 9.98 two decimal place 86. So our Y bar is equal to 98.86. Somebody say 99.86. No, Isaac, I don't know. Please check your figures very well. Okay, check your figures very well. So 98, okay, 98.86 for our Y bar. So we come and replace Y bar over here with 98.86. So when we are done, let's multiply them together. So 7 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 98.86. What is going to be the figure? 7 times 4 times 98.86, which is, so all the figures over here is 2768.08. So let me go and replace it. 2768.08. Okay. So what is our X bar? The sum of X squared. So I've told you that wherever you see this sigma, it stands for, we are going to create a column. Okay. So let's come to our table. We put a column here, X squared. So this X squared, the sum of X squared here, what it means is that we are going to square all the X values. Okay. So one square is going to give us 1. 2 square is going to give us 4. 3 square is going to give us 9. 4 square is going to give us 16. 5 square is going to give us 25. Then 6 square will give us 36. 6 is 36. Then 7 square will give us 49. So the sum of all these is going to give us, so the sum of, let me close the over here. So the sum of x squared is equal to 140. Okay. So we can replace all this side with 140. 140. Then n, we know n to be the number of periods, and we are saying number of periods is what? So n is 7. I'm coming. Somebody is asking a question here. Let me see. Please, when sum up the y, Ahmed Sikena, which y are you talking about? This is y bar, not y. Y bar, the mean of y. So if it is what you are talking about, then what it means is that we are going to add all these figures together, and you divide it by the, we are mean of y. Okay, we are trying to find the mean. So all the guests, which is 7. So we added 74. We added 74. 74, 79, 80, 90, 105, 142, and 122. The y bar, which is the mean of y, and the x bar too. This is x bar. Okay, let me write it well. If you cannot see, x bar, and this is y bar, the mean of y. So the y bar, I hope, Sekina, you now understand. I hope you now understand. YouTube, please, if you don't understand anything, please type in the comments. Okay, I'm reading all comments on YouTube too as well. So if you're on YouTube and there's something that is confusing you, please do well to ask over there. I'm here for you. Okay, today is our last day meeting, so if you don't catch up everything, then I don't know how. I don't know how it's going to be. So make sure you get the best from today, because today is our last class. Okay. So n over here, as I said, n over here is a number of periods. So this is 7. Okay. Then x bar square. The formula says x bar square. We know our x bar to be 4. So the square root of 4 is going to give us what? Help me out. 4 square. Okay. So now let's go. 7 multiplied by 16. 7 by 16 is going to give us 112. So 7 multiplied by 16 over here. I'm still trying to adjust the space. 112. Okay, so let's go back again. 3,063 minus 2,768.08. What would be the figure? The top here. Those who have calculated it. What is the figure? Somebody saying 294.92. I hope all of you got the same thing. Good. I like what I'm seeing. Yeah. I like what I'm seeing. microphone. Okay, somebody was asking, say, how did you get the 112? Imbia Nancy Nyame, you're asking how we got 112. Please, the formula over here was down here where it was n, okay, n x bar square, okay, and we know n to be 7. The number of periods was 7, and x bar, we said x bar is 4, okay, so x bar square, so that is 4 square, giving us 16. So we multiply 7 by 16 to get our what do you call it? We multiply 7 by 16 to get the 112 here. So I hope you understand it now. Okay, so up here, please. What was the figure? I was talking to someone, so forgive me. So the top there, what is the figure there? Somebody is saying 294.92. Okay, and down here, 140 minus 112. What figure did you get? 28. Okay, so 28 here. Good. So 249 divided by 294.92 divided by 28, and everybody is saying 10.53. Okay, so good. I think I like what I'm seeing. So we know our B value to be 10.53. Okay, 10.53. Okay, so 10, we know our B to be 10.53. Now, let's see A. How do we calculate for A? Okay, so A is equal to Y bar minus B X bar. Okay, so what is our Y bar? From our calculation, our Y bar was 98.86. Okay, so 98.86 98.86 98.86 minus B. We know our B to be 10.53, and X bar, we know our X bar to be 4. Okay, we know our X bar to be 4. So let's do the calculation. 10.53 multiplied by 4. What is the figure? I don't want to write the answer straight away. I want to take it gradually so that those who were not, who did not understand it yesterday can actually understand what we are trying to do. Multiply by 4, which is 42.12. So this side, 10.53 multiplied by 4 is going to give us 42.12. So now we'll subtract 42.12 from 98.86. So what is the figure? 98.86 minus 42.12. And that gave us 56.74. 56.74. So our A value is now 56.74. So simple. So we are done with the question. Question here. So now we have our A value, we have our B value. So anytime after doing this, okay, let me write A here. A is 56.74 and B is equal to 10.53. Okay, so when you are asked for demand for any of the figures, okay, so when you are asked for demand for any of the periods, so demand, Derek, I've seen your question. Wait, I'll come to you, okay? I've seen the question that you are asking there. I will address that question. Okay, thank you. I've seen the question, you asking that same question, so don't worry, I'll come back to you. So if you are asked for to calculate demand for period 1, so that means X is going to be 1. So Y bar is equal to, okay, let me come down a little bit. So if you are asked to calculate demand for, so demand for a particular period. So if you are asked to calculate demand for, let's say period 8, what you do is that Y bar, the demand for period 8 is going to be A plus B plus X, and A plus B X. Okay, so A, we have known A to be 56.74. And we've known our B value to be 10.56. And X over here, if we are asked to calculate the demand for period 8, so the 8 to become our X, that is the period. Okay, so we put 8 into the brackets. So we come here, 56.74 plus 10.53 multiplied by 8. So 10.53 by 8. That is 84.24. 84.24. So the sum of the two, okay? So 84 plus 56. Oh, sorry. 84.24 plus 56.74. And that is 104.98. 140.98. So any period that you are asked to calculate its demand, if it is period 9, all you need to do is just substitute 9 here. If it is period 10, all you need to do is just substitute 10 here, and you get the answer for the various periods. Eric, I beg, wear some clothes. I beg. This your younger body. Wear some clothes for us. I'm not asking you to turn off your video. I'm only asking you to wear some clothes for us. There are ladies who don't want to see things that you are showing us. And our ladies have been very decent this time. I've not seen any lady showing us anything that we don't want to see, which is I applaud all our ladies here for that. On a class like this, you see people doing that, but so far, you all have comported yourself very well, and I say bravo to all of you. Okay. Okay, I'm opening the platform for question before I do the forecast errors, and we are done. And at the end, chakra. Okay, Rosemont, now please ask your question.
Yes, sir. My question is looking at the.
Can you speak up a bit? Your voice is, I don't know if I'm the one who hearing you well. Looks like your voice is very low.
Can you hear me, please?
Let me see if I can hear. You talk, let me see.
You said A is equal to Y bar minus BX. But in the computation, you input the value for X bar. I'm a bit confused.
Where? Which computation?
When you were adding.
When I was adding what?
When we were finding the value for A.
The value for A.
Yes.
A is what?
The formula is y bar minus dx.
A is equal to y bar minus
dx.
And I did it plus.
No, you didn't do it plus, but you took the value for the mean of x instead of x. You know, the value for x is different from the value for the mean of x.
Let's check the formula. Maybe I didn't write something right. Okay. The formula is bx bar, not x.
Oh, okay, bx bar.
So
okay.
yes. Okay. I don't know what is wrong, but sometimes when I write, it cleans it. Okay. When I write, sometimes it cleans. I don't know how it managed to get clean. It cleans some of the items that I write on the screen. So okay. The formula is A plus B x bar, not x.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right. Thank you for understanding. The my pa obi so antiasia ne frifie. Na ne kra na ne famous. All right. Any other question? Mike, you say ampa. Yes, this is the basic. This is core maths, the core of maths to its fundamental level. Okay, and this if the AI also wants Santia said then hey my Sikena, is it Sikena or Sikena? Sikena, my Sikena. Let me hear you.
Hello, sir.
Yes, dear.
Good evening.
Hey, Sikena, your line is so bad.
Oh.
Can you hear me? I can hear you.
Yeah. The B, how do you get it to be 10.53? My network was having problems, so I didn't see the computation.
Sikena, unfortunately,
yes,
the formula is so huge that I cannot go through the whole thing all over again. You see? Somebody said, Sikena,
please just give me the formula. And
this is the formula. The formula is what I'm showing on the screen. The formula is what I'm showing on the screen now. B is equal to the summation of xy minus n x bar y bar all over x, a summation of x squared minus n x s squared. So CK, now you can go to YouTube and just do a small rewind over there to get the impulse to understand it over there. Okay, so that I don't need to waste. I don't want to spend much time here. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
I don't want us to spend more time here.
Okay. Okay.
Andrew, please let me hear you.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
Please, I'm a little confused with just the part where, the last calculation we did, you said we are calculating for period 8 as an example.
Yes.
And the formula is y hat equals a plus b x, where the x will be the period.
Yes.
So if we are calculating for period x, I believe you are calculating for period 8. So why the 10 in the where the x is?
No, I made a comment. If you are asked to calculate period for the 10th period, you just only have to substitute 10. If you have to calculate for 9, you just only have to substitute 9. It was just something I was repeating. I don't know if you get me.
Okay.
So I was saying that if you're asked to calculate
because I only heard that we are calculating
period 8. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Yeah. Maybe you didn't. Okay, maybe your network maybe went off. So what I was saying is that if you have to calculate period 8, you just substitute 8 here. If you have to calculate period 9, you just substitute 9. Even if it is period 12, which is the 12th month, you just have to put 12 there. and you get your answer.
Yeah,
Is that okay?
I was wondering, I think maybe the network interrupted. I was wondering, I know the X supposed to be the time period for each
Uh,
calculation.
I
So
was
a little
repeating a lot of things, so maybe that is what you didn't get. So
okay.
I hope you get
Thank
it
you very
now.
much. Yes, yes, I understand perfectly.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you for understanding me.
Okay.
Justice Ajay.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, good evening.
Good evening.
Sir, when we were doing the calculation, you see the place where you find the x square.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to ask if why we didn't add the time period, which is the x from the table, like add from 1 to 7, then we square it. But we rather did it like 1.
No, the issue was the summation of x square. The sum of x square. So all x square, sum them together.
Okay.
I hope you are with me.
Okay.
What you are actually
finding
finding is the sum of x square. So
X square,
we have to find all x squares and sum them together. So 1 is an x square, 4 is an x square, 9 is an x square, 16 is an x square, 25 is an x square. All the x square values, sum them together.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other question? Courage.
Sir.
Hey, Courage, and I'm hearing, sir.
Yeah, please, I'm a female, okay?
And as a female, I shouldn't be seeing Courage. But is that your name?
Yeah, I'm the only female Courage under the sun.
I like that.
Okay, so my question is, you see where we have the x square, can there be a situation where we will have y square too?
The formula doesn't ask for you to calculate y square. So why would you need a y square?
Oh, okay.
All that we did was to substitute what the formula is requiring from us. So if the formula is not requesting that you do any y square, then why the need for y square?
Okay, I understand.
Right.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome. So everything we did here were things that the formula was requesting from us or was requiring from us. So anything that was not requested or doesn't require that we use to input into the formula, then there's no need to do it. All right, Gilbert.
Hello, sir.
Yes, my dear.
Yeah, please, I want to ask, would the formulas be given
why
to
did
us?
I even use dear for this boy? It's my wonderful ladies that I use dear for them. Sorry if I use boy for you. I'm just being jovial. So go ahead.
So I was asking, would the formulas be given to us?
I beg, understand. Remembering the formulas is part of the exams. So those of you who are asking formula. Yes, I've taken my dear back. That's what it says. Sir, I've taken his dear back. Yes, I've taken it. Okay. All right. So I've taken my dear back from Derek. It's for my ladies. Daniel, let me hear you. Somebody's asking a question on YouTube. It says, sir, why are we looking for period 8? Michael Eshen on YouTube. The question you are asking me, please go back on the YouTube and check again. You understand why I asked. I said you can be asked to calculate for the demand for period 8. You can be asked to calculate the demand for period 5. So any period that you are asked to calculate, you just have to substitute, okay? Andrew said, Trevor, you are offering a PhD course, so you won't get a formula. Okay, Daniel, let me hear you.
Okay, sir, please, I want the formula for demand. Is it
A plus BX bar or A plus BX?
A plus BX.
But I can see some bar on the X.
It was a mistake.
Okay.
I've
Thank you
already
very much.
given all the formula to you yesterday. Demand is
Oh.
equal to A plus BX. Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I like the way some of you get to know petty mistakes, maybe writing mistakes or some other things, that you draw my attention to it. I like it. It shows how you guys are following everything that we are doing, and that is my joy. Okay, everything that I'm spending, everything that I'm doing, the time, the money, everything is just because I want to see you guys being happy and be able to ask questions and understand your course. That is all. That is my happiness. Okay, Bernard.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm listening, Bernard.
Yes, please. With the formula for A,
Okay,
is A is equal to Y minus B S bar.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had Y to be 98.86,
Mm-hmm.
and then B to be 10.53, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was asking why the A was 56.74.
We substituted, okay? So Y bar was what? 10 point what?
Y bar.
The Y, this is the formula. A is equal to, are you looking at the screen?
Yes, please.
Okay, so per our calculation, what was our figure for Y bar? Okay, let me come down here. Let me come back down here.
Y bar, we had 98.8.
98, so 98.86, right?
Yes.
Minus B, and we now have our B to be 10.53. 10.53.
Yes.
And our X bar multiplied by X bar, and our X bar is what?
The X bar is 4.
Okay, so 10.53 multiplied by 4. What was the figure? 10.53 multiplied by 4.
Okay, that's
42.12. So subtract 42.12 from 98.86. 98.86 minus 42.12.
Yes, thank you, sir. 56.7.
I hope you get it now.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Ivy, I saw your hand up. Are you okay now? That is why you lowered your hand. Okay, please, is anybody from Ho here? Anybody from Ho? Please, if you are from Ho, let me see you. Okay, Ivy, okay. Please, is anybody from Ho Center? Those online, is anybody from Ho here? Wow. Okay, Christabel, you are from Ho. Please, I am. Christabel, are you from Ho? I know Ivy is Takrady, or please. Okay. Christabel, are you from Ho? Ho Center. Okay, please, can you kindly call me right after the class? I just want to have a short discussion with you, okay? I want to ask a question from anybody from Ho. So if Christabel, if you are from Ho, please kindly let me know, or you can private send me your number and I'll call you. Oh, 0244 705757. 0244 705757. Okay, I just need anybody from whole center to ask a question. Okay. All right. Now, enough of this. Let's do something for today. Our last thing. Oh, Bernard, I think I had answered your question. Why is your hand still up? Bernard. Bernard, I'm listening. Courage, I'll come to you soon.
I said, please, I'm done with mine.
Oh, but your hand is still up, so I thought maybe you're not done. Okay, Courage.
Okay, sir, please, let me ask you a quick one. Is that about this calculation?
I'm listening.
Okay. So you see the discussion part on the E-class. If they said it's 10%. So how do you get the 10% mark? Do you have to put a discussion there or you have to join a discussion?
I don't get it.
Okay, so if you go to the Zoom class A,
the V class,
the online, the virtual class, yes, the virtual class, there is a portion for discussion, and that one goes for 10 marks. Do you have to put up a discussion or you have to contribute to a discussion?
So it's the lecturer who will raise a discussion on the platform and you contribute. Okay. So until the lecturer raises a discussion there's nothing to discuss.
Okay. Thank you very much. Yes, please.
Okay. Those who just returned from work. Somebody said I just returned from work. Unfortunately, we started at 7 p.m. And anytime that you start, you get people who will be late. So the YouTube is there. I won't delete the video. The video will be there forever. So you can actually go back. I know a lot of you came back online yesterday to watch the YouTube videos. Okay. Derek, I have not forgotten your question, but I don't want to create your question that you asked is on moving averages. So let me finish with what I'm doing. And Beatrice, Bema, Beatrice, what was your question that I didn't answer? So Derek, your question is on moving average. And let me finish with everything, then I'll go back, I'll open the platform and address petty questions, because some people want to just let me explain the margin of error and they will leave. So when I'm done with the margin of error and the understanding is okay, anybody who wants to go can go. And those of us who still want to stay to ask questions, I'm here. Even if it's up to 12 a.m., I'm here. I will answer it. Hey, Natasha says, sir, you've not answered my question. I've not seen any question. What if the question does not demand for any specific period? Then how would they ask you the question? The question must ask you to calculate for a particular period. If they don't ask you to calculate for a particular period, then what are you calculating? So they must give you a period to calculate. Yes, idea. I don't know how you are going to work it out. Beatrice, if they don't ask you to calculate a particular one, then how do you also calculate? Okay, thank you. Natasha, so you've not answered my question. Natasha, what was your question? Give us a try question when you are done. We just did a try question. If you want me to manufacture a try question for you, yes, I can give you a lot of them. Okay. I can manufacture some questions for you. So let's finish with the margin of errors and we'll call it a day. Is that okay? So let me bring my video here, my slides there. Okay, So those of you who cannot catch up, I'm pleading with you that go to YouTube to catch it up. Okay, so what we are saying is that every forecast that we do, okay, is forecast is always wrong. Okay, so because forecast is always wrong, there is a margin of error, okay, or there is a difference between the actual that we are going to actually get and the what do you call it, the forecasted figure. Okay, so we need to use some mathematical models to try to find out, or some mathematical equations, formulas, to try to find out what is the margin of error. And to calculate the margin of error, there are three main methods that we'll be looking at. Okay, there are a lot of them, but we'll be dealing with only three. The first one, we call it the mean absolute deviation. The mean absolute deviation. And the second one is called the mean square error. Okay, the mean square error. And the third one, we call it the mean absolute percent error. The mean absolute percent error. Okay, so let's take them one by one. The mean absolute deviation. Now, with the mean absolute deviation, we are saying that to calculate the mean absolute deviation, what we do is that this is the formula for the mean absolute deviation. It is equal to is equal to the sum of there is a bar here. It's equal to the sum of actual minus forecasted figure. And please be very mindful of this bar here. Okay, look at, there is a bar here. This bar is part of the formula. That bar is part of the formula. This straight bar here, we call it the absolutes. Okay, we call it the absolute. So the summation of actual minus forecast all over n. Okay, so the summation of actual minus forecasts, and there's a bar here all over the number of periods, which is n. Now, what it means is that we are supposed to find the what do you call it, the MAD, the mean absolute deviation, MAD. Okay, we are supposed to subtract actual figure, the actual figure or the actual demand. We subtract the forecasted demand, forecast demand from the actual demand, and whatever figure that we get, we maintain it in what do you call it, in it absolutes. Let's take an example. Look at the table on your screen. Please, this side is not part of the table. It's also a different table on its own. Okay, this side of the table is also a different table on its own. So our concentration should only be on this side of the table. Please, I hope you are with me. Our concentration should be only on this side of the table. I say this side of the table, they used an alpha value of 0.50 to do the calculation. But over here, they use the alpha value of 0.10. Okay, so don't concentrate on the alpha value of 5.0. Let's concentrate here. to do our example. So to find what do you call it? The MAD, we are saying that actual minus the sum of actual minus forecast all over n. So what we do is that this is the actual figures, okay? Actual tonnage per this example that I'm using to show you. This is the actual figures, and this is the forecasted figure, okay? So the forecasted figures have been calculated. The actual figures have also been given. Now, to find the absolute deviation, what we do is that we subtract these figures from this figure. So what we are going to do is 180 minus 175 will give us 5. 168 minus 176. This should have been -8. But as I said earlier on, this absolute line or the absolute bar, okay, is saying that whatever figure that you get, maintain it in its positive figure. Don't entertain any negative figure. Please, I hope you are with me. Let me see from the comment section if you are with me. Please, if you get it, just say yes. Okay, somebody is saying go over. No. Okay, I'm repeating again. The formula to find the mean absolute deviation is the sum of, and we have, as I said, we have a bar here. Okay, we have a bar here. This bar stands for the absolute. Okay, absolute. So we are supposed to subtract forecasted figure from actual figures or the actual demand. Okay, so from our table over here, this is our actual demand. So from our table here, this is our actual demand figures. So every figure down here is within our actual demand. And this is our forecasted demand. So in this table, we didn't calculate the forecasts. Okay, the forecast figures were given in this particular table. The forecast figures were given. So assuming we were to use the table that we actually did the calculation. Okay, let me go back to this table here. Okay, assuming we were to use this table, okay, assuming we were to use this table, this one we calculated it ourselves, okay, this one we calculated it ourselves. This one we calculated it ourselves. So this is demand and this is forecast. So to find the what do you call it, the MAD, we are supposed to subtract forecast from demand, which this one 40 minus 40 should have given us 0. Then this one 45 minus 40 should have given us 5. Then 50 minus 41 should have given us 9. So that is exactly what I'm doing in this particular table here. So this is actual demand and this is forecast value. So the formula is asking us to subtract forecast value from the actual demand. Okay, forecasted value from the actual demand. So 180 minus 75, 175 gave us 5 here. 168 minus 176 should have been -8. But as I said, the formula also includes an absolute bar, okay? The sum of absolute forecast figures. Sorry, an absolute here. So whatever figure you get, you don't maintain, even if it's negative, you maintain it in positive. That is the formula. That's the requirement of the formula. So 168 minus 176 was -8, but because of the formula, we maintain it as 8. 159 minus 175, that gave us 16. That this one too should have been -16. Okay, 159 minus 175, this should have been -16, but as the formulas demands, we maintain it as 16. So we will subtract all of it from, we'll subtract all these figures from this figure here, and we'll get them here. And the formula says the sum. Okay, so after we have done this part of the formula, we sum everything together. So the sum of all these, which is 84, now becomes the figure for the top here. Okay, for the top here, 84. And we are saying that we should divide the 84 by the number of periods. So 84 divided by the number of periods. How many periods do we have? We have period 1 up to 8. So 8 periods. Okay. So we divide 84 by 8. And what should be our answer? 84 divided by 8. Mm-hmm. 10.5. So our MAD for this table is 10.5. Our MAD for this table is 10.5. Any question? Okay, Betty.
Sir.
Yes, I'm listening.
Please, good evening.
Good evening.
Please, why, I was wondering, why is it that we couldn't use the table we used earlier to solve this so that the understanding will be clear?
I've written a lot of things. I've written a lot of things over there. Okay, so this table, 58 minus 42.
We just did.
The one we just did.
Yeah, the one that came with the year, the time.
This one.
Yes, please.
Okay. This table, don't forget that this table doesn't include forecast value. So if you have to use this table, we have to go back and calculate the forecast value for everything.
Okay.
So this will not wash.
Okay.
If we need to use this table, we have to go and calculate the forecasted value. So that is why. Is that okay?
Okay.
All right. And also, sometimes when you are giving an example for people to understand, you need to create something that will make people understand. So this very table, assuming I gave you a table which will not give us any negative figure, some of you might not be able to know how the negative figure is left in absolute. People will be confused. So a table that will include all the things that we actually need, we use it to learn it. That is why sometimes we do it that way. Okay, Lordina, former first lady, Lady Lordina.
Hello, sir.
Yes, dear.
Good evening.
Good evening, my dear. First lady. Now you are first opposition lady.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me hear you, dear. I'm listening. Hey, my first lady. I'm here waiting for you to talk. Oh. I think her microphone, I have to mute her. Maybe when she's ready, she'll come back and ask the question. Any other question? So that is the math. So simple. Very, very, very simple. Somebody is saying, please say, why is the negative figure treated as a whole number? I said the negative figure is treated as a whole number because the formula includes this bar. The formula for calculating MAD include this absolute bar here. Okay, look at the formula. It's the summation of this bar here and this bar here. And this bar stands for absolute. Okay, this bar stands for absolute. So if actual demand is 50 here and forecast is 70, okay, so that means you are supposed to subtract. Actually, we're supposed to get negative 20, but because of this bar at the extreme ends here, we are saying that whatever figure you get, don't ignore the negative, okay, and still maintain it in positive. So, Sikena, that is why your network at your end is so poor. Please find some tree and climb before you get lost. You get lost, okay, in what we are doing. Vivian.
Hello, sir.
Yes, dear.
Please, my problem is.
I like the voice. Go ahead. My problem is. Go ahead, dear.
Okay, sir. With the math, you said the formula is actual minus forecasted period. But with the calculation, I realized that you use the period to calculate. Then you use the absolute deviation to. I didn't get that one. That's where my problem is. I didn't know how you did the calculation.
Don't go off. Hold on and let me explain something here to you. In the example on the screen, okay. Are you with me? Vivian, I said stay on. Don't mute your microphone. I want you to respond to me. Vivian, are you there? Hello, Vivian. Wow. Vivian, please, can you hear me? Okay. If you... Vivian Celine Dion. Vivian, can you hear me? Oh, gosh. Vivian, if you can hear me, type in the chat section, say I can hear you. Isaac Adano, are you with her to say that she's here? Are you with her in the same place? So if Noah is saying she's here, I think Vivian cannot hear me. Okay, she's still online, but I guess her network is so poor. Vivian, come back again and ask the question and let me take you through. All right. Betty.
Sir.
Okay, Betty, hold on. I'll answer your question. Betty, hold on. Let me address Vivian. Vivian says she can hear me. Vivian, what we are saying was that this is the actual, okay, the actual demand for a particular item, okay? And this is the forecast value, okay? The actual demand, and this is the forecasted value. So all we did was we subtracted the forecasted value from the actual. So actual is 180. So we subtract 175 from it and we got 75. So all of it we subtracted. But look at this one, 168 minus 176. This should have given us a negative, okay? But the formula asks us to maintain the absolutes, okay? So whatever figure that we get, we maintain it. If it is negative, we maintain it as positive. And if it's positive, we maintain it. Okay, so that is how we added all of them and we got 83. And after getting 84. After getting the 84, the formula says divided by the number of n. So see the formula. The formula says the number of n, which is the number of periods. Okay, and per our example here, the number of periods are 8. That is why we did 84 divided by 84 divided by 8. And that is how we managed to get the 10.5. Okay, so I hope, Vivian, you understand it now. If you understand, just type it in the comment section for me to know that you understand. Okay, Vivian, thank you too. All right, Betty, talk to me.
Sir. Sir, please, oh.
Yes,
So
dear,
does that mean that when you are asked to calculate for the MAD, information about the demand and the forecasted demand will be provided?
No, dear, it is not so. I'm saying that assuming you were given a table like this. Yesterday, I gave you a sample table. Okay. Yesterday, I gave you a sample table. So assuming a table was given like this. Okay. Assuming a table was given like this. Usually the question will give you only this portion.
Okay.
Okay. The period and the demand. That is all. So you have to calculate the forecasted value. If the question requires that you calculate the trend, you calculate the trend. If the question requires that you calculate the adjusted figure, you do it. And if it also requires that you calculate the MAD, okay, so assuming this is supposed to be the MAD, we would have subtracted this forecasted value from the demand here. We would have done for the rest to get the figures. Okay. And when we are done, we add them together and we divide by the number of periods, and we do it. Okay. So it's not all questions that will be given, that they will give you the what do you call it? The demand and the forecast. All right.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Betty, I think I'm done with you. Portia.
Please, good evening.
Good evening, dear. Talk to me.
Please, so you see that formula.
The way you started with please, so you are scaring me.
That formula, sigma xy minus n xy divided by sigma, then x2 minus that plenty thing. I don't understand though. I don't understand the whole thing.
Portia, don't go off. Don't go off. Just let your microphone be on. You see, that is to calculate for the slope when we did those things. So what I'm asking, please, just a second. Let me answer a call, please.
Okay.
Nanaya. My lady.
Oh, that's so good.
Please, you come.
Let me see.
Please come.
Portia, please be mindful. Your microphone is on, so whatever you are saying is in the entire class.
Sorry.
Okay, sorry. I had to answer a very important call. So, Portia, now let me. What I was saying is that you see, all that we calculated. Okay, all that we calculated. I took my time to go step by step. Okay, so in order not to confuse you again, and today I've vowed that we'll not spend much time online. So please, I did the whole thing yesterday, and I also repeated another question today for us to try our hands on. So Portia, with all due respect, okay, I would like you to go back, maybe after the class, go back through the YouTube video, okay, and watch that portion again. Then if you have any question, my number is there. Call me, and please call at the appropriate time, okay? I mean, within normal, reasonable time, and I'll answer you. Is that okay?
Okay, thank you very much.
I think that will be very easier for us so that we don't waste much time online here today.
Sure, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome, dear. All right. So that is our, somebody say, let's go and get our fees. When you said you were coming to school, do you think you were coming to play? Charlie, it's part of the school, though. So just enjoy it. All right, okay. So that is how we calculate for MAD, okay? That is how we calculate for MAD. So let's see the next formula or the next table. Now the next error that we can calculate. Somebody says, "Sir, please give us only MAD. I beg you. I'm not the one to set the question. So for that, I cannot promise you that. Even as it stands now, I don't even know the format of question Doc is going to give you guys. Hey, somebody is asking, how do we calculate for forecast at this hour? Please go and watch yesterday's video, okay? Go and watch yesterday's video. There is a full detail of it there. People are very shy. To see his back, what has happened at his back? Somebody says, Doc should come and see what is happening at his back. All right, okay. So we want to learn how to calculate what we call the mean, we call it the mean square, the mean square error, okay? The mean square error. And the formula is that is the sum of the forecast error, the sum of the forecast errors square all over n. Okay, the sum of the forecast error all over n. Let me write it over here, MSE. And the formula is the sum of forecast error all square over n. That is the formula. So the forecast errors square all over n, the sum of the forecast errors square all over n. So this is how we calculate it, okay? So now we have been able to calculate for the forecast error. Okay, so this is our forecast error. Okay, when we subtracted the what do you call it? The forecast figure from the actual demand, the remaining, okay, that is our forecast error. Okay, when we talk about the error, the difference between actual and forecasted figure, okay, so we have been able to calculate for our what do you call it? We have been able to calculate for our forecast error. So the difference between the two is our forecast error. So we are supposed to do the square of it. The square of it. So it's going to be 5 square, 8 square, 16 square, 2 square, 17 square, 30 square, 2 square, and 4 square. Then when we are done, we add them together and divide it by the number of periods. So let's go. 5 square is 25. So 5 square is 25. What is 8 square? Calculator 64. 16 square. 256. Then 2 square will give us 4. Then 17 square. 17 square. Somebody saying 289. I'm not using my calculator. So if you get it wrong, we all get it wrong. All right. So 30 square. So we are on 30 square. 900. Then we have 4. Then we have 16. So 2 square, 4 square. So let's add them together, the sum of all these figures. Add them together for me. So 25 plus 64 plus 56 plus 4 plus 289 plus 900 plus 4 plus 16. Somebody said it's 1558. All over. Don't forget, n is there, which is the number of periods. And we know our number of periods to be 8. Okay, so 154 divided by 8. What is our figure? 194.75. Yeah, that is our MSE. Any question? On the margin of errors, no crowd the Ya titiso. Ayefu, don't come me. 8 here, the formula says divided by n, and the n is the number of periods, and we have 8 periods. Okay, 8 periods. That's why we divided it by 8, the number of periods within our table. So this table contains 8 periods. That is why we divided it by 8. Godfred Ochery, I hope I've answered your question. Ya titiso fo. Mas na ayefu. Emani nyebi. Oh gosh, help me out. You know, maths, it is the only course, the only subject you can get 100% if you know your way around. Written, there is subject to somebody's interpretation. They all kind, you know, any the not you know. Same file, marks open or the mouth. Visit Dr. Mary Ayefu. Yes, Ayefu, I wish you had exams room. And the actual Ayefu ebe dead. Swear that say Ayefu ampa and as a nearful. Mas na Ayefu. No. Beatrice is saying, please, since we know the error to be 84, why didn't we square them? No, the formula is saying that square every, look at it too, square every forecast error, okay, and sum them together. So we have to sum every forecast error. So this is a forecast error, this is a forecast error, this is a forecast error, this is a forecast error. So you need to square each one of them. Okay, you need to square each one of them, and when you are done, you add them together before you can get the top here. All right, thank you to Beatrice. Ayafu. Mr. Roxon, are you here today or today too? You are not here. Avi, talk to me.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Please, with what you just answered the lady or whoever asked that question.
Okay.
Looking at this particular formula, it's a bit confusing. I just want to know. You see, with what she asked that, why wouldn't we have done the squared for the 84? So assuming we did all this, we should not square the summation of what we did.
You see, my brother, what is happening here is that we are following the dictates of the formula. Okay, we are following the dictates of the formula. And I hope, Abi, I hope you have not muted yourself. I want you to be talking to me whilst I talk.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
If I ask something and you are here, okay, good. So the formula says that square forecast error. Okay, square. I'm coming. The formula says square forecast errors. Okay, these forecast errors, square them and add the total together. So all these figures here, this is a forecast error. This is a forecast error. This is a forecast error. Okay, so until we have been able to square every single forecast error. So 5 square, 8 square, 16 square, the 2 square, the 17 square, the 30 square, the 2 and the 4 square. Until you are able to square all these figures, we cannot do the actual summation. I don't know if you're getting the point.
Yeah, I get it.
So please, we are following the dictates of the formula.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you for understanding. Daniel.
Yes, sir.
I'm listening, Danny.
So this one day, I beg you, it's a message I wanted to send to Doc.
Hey.
So you see the way you've done it very here and very simple. No? Exam time you do, I don't go and bring some complicated thing being sentences. We wouldn't see our way through, Pacho. So tell him when you're simple mind.
There is this question. Somebody asked the same question on the Zoom videos on your what do you call it? The V class. Okay, somebody asked a question. Say, what questions are you going to bring? And you know the answer he gave the person. He said, life doesn't tell you the kind of problem it is bringing you. Life brings the problem that are available. So what you should put at the back of your mind is that exams too, we don't give you what you want. Okay, we give you what we have been able to set for you. And unfortunately, personally, I don't have any idea as in what question that will be coming in the exams. So as in whether the question is fufufo or the question is who or the question is what, I don't know. That one is in the hands of but this is in the hands of Doc. Daniel, he said, but has this been coming? Honestly speaking, all the past questions are with him. I don't know. I can't tell. Okay. Mine is to give you the understanding of the various items here. And when you get the impulse of it, you will personally decide how. So understanding is I say how to Somebody say, oh, well, you know, Bible says we shouldn't swear, but if we were to swear, I could have sworn that I've not seen any of the questions, the past questions. I don't even have any of them. This is the first time Doc asked me to teach this course. Okay, I'm teaching this course for the first time on Ideal, in Ideal. Okay, so all the past questions, I've not seen it. This is the first time I'm teaching this course. So those of you are saying he knows it. No, I don't know. All right. Somebody is asking absolute deviation, absolute deviation, absolute deviation. Me pacho wadaroma. So Daniel, I hope your question is answered. Pascal. Pascal, let me hear you. Hello, Pascal, can you hear me? Okay, I think Pascal is okay. Now let's do the last thing, and those who want to leave the line can leave the line. Okay, let's do the last. Yes, baby step, and that's the baby steps I've been doing. Okay. Abotra sa na yeko. Ebe wi sisi like achichibia nantie. Ebe do sisi why? Okay. Patient, I'll come to your question. Okay. I'll come. I've seen you type. Yes, I've seen it. I'll come to you. Rahina, Benin. Is it Benin or Benin? Please, if you are not getting it and that the network is too bad for you, I'm begging you, okay? I am begging you. Please go to YouTube and follow from YouTube. If your link is very bad, YouTube, you can buffer, okay? When I talk about buffer, you can delay the stream, okay? So that it loads before you watch and you'll be able to follow systematically. Is that okay? Somebody say, sir, we joined a wrong link. Which wrong link? Oh, and that I should go over. I beg. Is it Barbara Chumesi? Barbara, I'm doing the same stream on YouTube. So I beg, if you don't get it, please kindly go through YouTube, get it. If you still don't get it, somebody say, so if you didn't get it, I'm just pleading with you, kindly go through YouTube and follow the steps as I've done over here on YouTube. And if you don't get anything, I've given my number out, 0244 705757. You can get in touch with me and I will help you out. If you don't understand anything on YouTube, you can get in touch with me and I'll answer. Those of you that when I give my number, you begin to flash. I beg you, I'm teaching. Not my YouTube account. It's a YouTube link. Somebody said it is also his momo. Oh gosh. Okay. That is the one who is asking for the YouTube link. Chumesi, Barbara, I've posted the YouTube link. Okay. So those of you who want to go and watch the YouTube, you can go to YouTube and follow through. Okay, so you can leave the Zoom class, go to YouTube and follow through, and it will be more understanding over there. Or you go through and whatever the issue that you don't get, you can call me 0244 705757 and I'll help you out. That is my main line. I have other number, but that is another thing. iPhone. Yes, Andrews, this is just a sacrifice I want to sacrifice for the class. Everything. Rosemona, if you cannot hear me, check from your end. Oh, iPhone, I've asked you to unmute yourself and ask your question, but you're still raising your hand. You see, let me show you something. Let me show you guys something here. Look at what I'm doing here. Okay. Look at what I'm doing here. I have two monitors in front of me. Okay. This monitor is monitoring the YouTube, and this monitor is the one that you guys are seeing on Zoom. Okay. This is what you are seeing on Zoom, and this is the YouTube that you guys are seeing. So one person multitasking myself and attending to everyone. Okay, so I'm looking everywhere. I'm looking at everybody. Okay, I'm looking at everybody. I have two screens here that I'm using to monitor. So whatever question you ask, either on YouTube or here, I'm ready to answer. Okay, now iPhone. I think. Hey, Rosemond, please somebody should help Rosemond. She says she can't hear me. Rosemond. She says she cannot hear me. Omnipresent. No, I can't be omnipresent. Omnipresent is only used for God. I beg. I can't be omnipresent. I beg you. Wow. iPhone, please talk to me. iPhone. You have unmuted yourself and you are not talking. Victoria, why have you paused your video all of a sudden? iPhone. Okay. Rosemond, somebody say leave and join again and connect via cellular or Wi-Fi. Okay, join through cellular or Wi-Fi and you should be able to hear me. Okay, so Rosemond, that means you can hear me now. Ivy, get some coffee. Okay. We'll be done very soon. Okay. I think iPhone is not asking the question. So let me just mute and lower the hand so that we can finish up. So the last thing for today, which is the what do you call it? The mean absolute. We call the mean absolute percentage error. The mean absolute percentage error. That is our last thing that we are doing for today. So we call it the mean, okay, mean absolute percentage error, the MAPE or the MAPE or whatever. I don't know how you want to call it, the MAPE or the MAPE. Okay. So the formula for this one says it is 100% of the sum of n here, then I is equal to 1. Forget about all this. I'll explain it. Yes, I'm very confused. Okay. Then we have the absolute here. the absolute. So absolute actual minus forecast. Okay, then we divide it over here by actual again. When we are done, we divide it by n. That is the formula. So, Jennifer, I'll come back to you. I've seen what you've typed. I'll come back to you. Somebody said it's not so visible. What is not visible? Please, can you see my screen? Please, can you see my screen? Okay, everybody is saying yes, yes, yes. Emmanuel de Graft. When I'm done, I'll come to your question. Okay, so hold on with your question. Okay, so thank you. Okay. Okay, so to calculate the mean absolute percentage error, we are saying that the sum of actual minus forecast, and don't forget that the actual minus forecast has already been done. Okay. Oh gosh, what happened? Okay. Don't forget that this side, actual minus forecast absolute. Okay. The actual minus forecast absolute here, okay, has already been calculated, which is these figures. And we are saying that we should divide these figures. And somebody say the one in the blue is not that visible. Okay, I now get you. Let me use a different color pen to write there. So over actual. Please, I hope you can see. Please, using the white to write over there. Can you see it now? Okay, let me go to our word page. Because the figures okay, let me do it this way. Please, splitting the screen like this, is it okay for you? Splitting the screen like this, is it okay for you now? Supremo said yes. The rest, are you okay? Or it's too small? Okay, majority are saying it's okay. So let's go. So the formula says is the sum, the 100% sum of absolute of actual minus forecast absolute, okay, divided by actual, or over n. Okay, all over n. So don't forget that we have already calculated our absolute figures here. Okay, so let me draw the table. So this is actual here. So we have 180, 168, 159, 175, 190, 205, 180, and 182. And forecast. So forecast here is 175. Here is 176, 175, 173, 173, 175, 178, and this is 178 here. Okay, so these are the periods. So this is period 1, period 2, period 3, period 4, period 5, period 6, period 7, period 8. Okay, so what we took our errors, that is subtracting this from this. Okay, subtracting this from this, we got over here, we got 5 over here. Let me use a deeper, let me use a black, and a deep black. So this is 5, this was 8, because we are dealing with absolutes. Okay, we are dealing with absolute. So this one should have been oh, sorry, 176. I don't know why sometimes my markup misbehaves that way. This is 16, this is 2, this is 17, this is 30, and this is 2, and this is 4. Okay, so this is our error. Okay, this is error. Okay, so our formula says that the actual minus forecast divided by actual. Okay, so now what we are going to do is that we are going to divide our errors. So this side, this whole side is our error. Okay, so this is our error. So we are going to divide. Yes, Andrews, I didn't add it because I don't want to confuse the others. The interpretation is what I'm giving you. So forget about whatever is there. Is that okay? The interpretation is what I'm giving you. So let's focus here. Because sometimes the I is equal to 1, the 1, N, and all those things. A lot of people get confused. So please follow me up. Follow me over here. Let's do it. So we are going to now we know the error. So errors are 5, 8, 16. And we are supposed to divide the error by the actual. So these are the actual. So we're going to divide. So it's going to be 5 divided by 180. And whatever figure we get, we put it here. Is that okay? Please, I hope you are with me. Please, do you understand? Okay. Derek is saying no. Why, Derek? Why is it that? What parts are you confused? And what part is getting you confused here? We are saying that the absolute of actual minus forecast, okay, divided by actual, and we have already calculated the absolute. I'm saying that this side stands for the error, okay. So that is what we have here. So let's go. So let's do the division. 5 divided by 180. Please use your calculators and help me out. 0.0. We are going to do 2 decimal places. 0.03. Now go to the next one. 8 divided by 168. 0.05. 16 divided by 159. 16 divided by 159. Help me out. .10. 2 divided by 175. 2 divided by 175. 0.01. 17 divided by 190. 17 divided by 190. 0.9. 30 divided by 205. 30 divided by 205. 2 divided by 180. 2 divided by 180. And the last one, 4 divided by 182. 0.02. Good. So now let's add all these figures together. Add all these figures together. Add them together and give me the total. Because the formula talks about the sum. Okay. The sum. Add all these figures together. Add them. What did you get? .46. That's what somebody is saying. Please cross-check for me. Good. Now, we are supposed to multiply it by 100. So 0.46 multiplied by 100. So this is going to give us what? 46. Divided by the number of periods. How many periods do we have? 8. So the answer is 5.76%. I don't know if I'm not using the right ink. %. So that is our MAPE. MAPE. Somebody says nice and easy. Yes, math is very easy. All you need is somebody to take you through the steps. Okay. Gifty says simple. When I see women who have been looking at math as a Herculean task, saying that, oh, this is simple, then I feel very happy. Okay, so let's look at the answers. Okay, the first one we got 10.50 for the MAD. The second one we got what do you call it? The second one we got 192.75 for this one, and the last one. Now you see the answer is 5.70 here. It's all because of the margin of the percentage. Okay, the percentage. That is why in this particular slice, it's 5.70. Maybe they use 3 decimal places, but we use 2 decimal places. But whatever we have done is right. So forget about the answer here. Okay, probably they use 3 decimal places and we use 2 decimal places to do this calculation. Okay, so if our answer is 5.70, our answer is 5.75. It's as a result of the decimal places that we use. We use 2 decimal places. So that is it. Constance Ekuya Aban says math is the easiest. Yes, the easiest. So why should you cry about maths? Okay, now I'm opening the platform for questions. Emmanuel de Graaf, now you can ask your question. Yes, thank you too. Hey, somebody is saying, how did he get the 0.46? Somebody is asking how I got this figure. 0.46. We got the figure by adding all these together because the formula says after we are done with finding all these things, we should add them together. The sigma here says we should add them together. So we added all these things together to get the 0.46. Okay, and after getting the 0.46, we are supposed to add it by this 100% here, and multiply by this 100%. So we multiply and we got this 46, and we are supposed to divide it by the number of periods, and the number of periods were 8. So we divided by the number of periods, and that is how we got the answer 5.76. Okay. All right, Gifty, please ask your question. The way a lot of people are raising their hand, I hope you won't beat me here today. Gifty, unmute. You have unmuted yourself to talk.
Okay, so please. Okay, so
Gifty,
please
don't
the
listen
map.
to yourself.
Can you please
Just
go over for me?
The what? Gifty, I didn't hear your question. No.
Last one. the map. Can you please go over for me? My line wasn't clear, so I couldn't get it right. Please.
And what is the guarantee that this time you will get it right? You will get it well. Your line will be stable. Anyway, I'll do that. Don't worry. I'll go over. Okay, I'll go over.
Thank you.
Okay. Pascal. Hey, who has unmuted him or herself and is making that noise there? Somebody's microphone is not off and the person is talking at the background. Pascal, please ask a question or mute yourself and ask. I don't think Pascal is ready. Andrew.
Yes, sir. So, sir, in the sample table given, I'm seeing I'm seeing alpha equals 0.10. I want to find out that.
Hey. Hello? Somebody's already on the floor. So whoever is there, please.
Hello, sir.
Somebody's already on the floor. Yes, continue.
Yes, so I'm saying that in the sample table given, in the one you just showed us in the handout, I'm seeing alpha equals 0.10. I wanted to find out that calculating for any of these margin of error, be it the mean,
Andres, I'm losing you.
The mean squared error or the mean absolute percent error. Are there times you'll be giving an alpha or like the A equals?
Oh, no.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
sir?
I can hear you. No. Let me not even let you finish your question. This table that I just showed you. Andres, can you hear me?
Okay. I can hear you now. Sir.
Okay. This table that I'm showing you, what it means is that the forecast values over here, okay? The forecast value that you are seeing over here, they were calculated using this particular alpha value. It's just to show you that this forecast value was an alpha value of this was used to calculate them. That is what it means.
Thank you.
Not that the alpha value will be needed to calculate the margin of error. Abraham. Okay, so I can see a lot of people leaving the platform because I think they've gotten whatever they think they came for. And I'm happy people getting whatever they came for and they are saying that they are okay. And those of you who joined us yesterday on Alpha Hour, I hope you enjoyed it. It continues today too, okay? So if you have any problem that you expect to pray about it, please, you can join us on the Alpha Hour. When it's time, I can still post the link on the platform, okay? And anybody who wants to join can join us. It's such a wonderful time to be on it. That is it. It's just an announcement that I just wanted to make. Hey, Charlie, me data number sound. Pascal, you've raised your hand again.
Yes, please.
I'm listening. Yeah, I'm listening.
Please, I want to know that after all the working, the table, all the answers will be in one table.
Pascal, I'm losing
Hello?
you. I'm losing you. Repeat your question again.
Yes. I said after showing all the working, will the answer be in one table? Please.
Would the answer be what?
Hello?
Is that would the answer be what? That last
Hello?
part, I always don't get it.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear
the
you.
table that we have. Hello?
Pascal,
yeah,
please.
I'm saying that after showing all the working, was the table, the answers, will it be in one table, please?
Will it be in one table? What? That is where I always don't get. When it gets there, your line begins to drop. Somebody say Pascal should find a tree and climb. Pascal, please go and type your question and I'll read it. Letitia, Echa.
Sir.
Yes, dear.
Sir, please with a map. You see, it's sigma, actual minus forecast, all divided by actual minus n.
Not minus n,
So
all over n.
Oh, okay. So I want to know, like, when you see the actual minus forecast, it's just a formula, or because that
is
one
the formula
I
asking us to do.
Okay, so then you are saying it's deviation. Like you divide it, like 5 divided by the 180.
You see, look at it here. Look, please, I hope you are with me.
Yeah.
Actual here, okay, actual here is 180 here. See, this is 180 here. Okay, minus forecast, and forecast is 175. Okay, so this will give us what?
5.
This will give us 5. Okay.
Yeah.
And we are supposed to divide this 5 by the actual. And what is actual?
Actual is a 180.
180. So 5 divided by 180.
Okay.
So we divided by 180 and we got this figure.
Okay.
I hope you're with me.
Yeah.
So after we are done with that, we sum everything together. That is this summation before we multiply by 100 and divide it by n. And the n is 8, the number of periods. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Let the question flow. Let the question flow. Let the question flow.
Chairman.
Yes, sir.
I beg, the lady make her come home and now I lost cry.
Okay. So you are okay now.
Yeah, I'm home now.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for coming home. Stephen.
Yeah, sir.
Please,
I wanted to ask a simple question. With the mean squared error, see, the forecast errors is squared. I wanted to know if we are supposed to square all the absolute deviation.
Yes, the formula says, with that one, the formula says that you need to, this is the formula, okay? The forecast error square. So this is the forecast errors, okay? This is the errors, okay? Yeah. So you square everything here. You square everything here. Please, I hope you are following.
Yes, please.
And after that, you sum them together. So that is the summation here, the sigma. Okay, so you square 5 square, 8 square, 16 square, the 2 square, the 17, the 30, the 2, and the 4. After summing all of them up, after squaring all of them, you sum them up before you divide it by the number of periods.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Any question? Any question? Say, under moving average, how do you consider the question like? Derek, let me come to that particular question. Those, please, I'm done. If you think you are okay with whatever we are done and you want to leave, I don't have any problem with you, okay? After all, this is just a tutorial, okay? So you are not bounded to stay. You are not bound to stay here. If you want to leave at this juncture, I can give you the permission to leave. But those who want to still be here and ask me questions, I'm giving you, I'm adding the next 10 minutes to answer any question that anybody wants to ask me. Okay. Cecilia, I'll come to you. Somebody has asked the question. And I know the question the person is asking is coming from your book. Okay. The question says, compute a 3 months and a 5 month moving average for months 4 through to 9. So what it's asking you to do is that, let me show you the table. I hope I have the book. Okay, so I'm going to show you your book on the. Cecilia, I'll come to you. Okay, I've seen you raise your hand over there. I'll come to you. Let me answer this person's question. Page 40. Oh, what is happening? Looks like my PC is very slow now. You see? Okay, good. Okay, this is the question. This is the question that the person is asking. Okay. Compute this is the question the person is asking. Compute a 3 months moving average. Compute a 3 months moving average. Starting from compute a 3 months and a 5 month moving average for the month 4 through to 9. So if it is 3 months moving average, what it means is that, oh, I don't know if I'll be able to write here. Let me see. I'm coming. Or I'm trying to check if I can be able to write on this page. Okay, I can't write on this page. So let me just okay. So look at the screen here. So the question says compute a 3 months and a 5 month moving average for month 4 through to month 9. So what it means over here is that we are supposed to calculate a 3 months moving average, okay, for month 3 and month 2, for month 4 to month 9. So what is happening is that we will need, so this is the first month, second, third month, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so to calculate from the month 4, so what it means is that you will need this figure, and that figure. Okay, you need these 3 figures, add them together. So 120 plus 90 plus 100, all divided by 3. Okay, so this will give us 310. Use your calculators and help me out. Please, are you with me? Please, are you with me? So the month 4 will give us 103.33, and it says through to month 9. Okay, so to calculate this one, you need this, and that. So the next one will be 90 plus 100 plus 95 divided by 3. What is the answer? $95. So you do on and on and on till you get, this one will give you 101.67. This will give you 101.67 as well. 101.67. This will give you 100. And this will also give you 110. So that is a 3 months moving average. So to calculate 5 months moving average, okay, to calculate 5 months moving average, you need 5 periods. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it will be 120 plus 90 plus 100 plus 95 plus 110, all divided by 5 months. That is for this month. Somebody saying 103. Okay, so you do that to calculate for the rest. Okay, Cecilia, unmute yourself and talk to me.
So, sir, good evening.
Good evening, Cici.
Please, my question is about, it's actually about the map. So with the map, is the summation, with the formula summation absolute, actual minus forecast, right? And then we had 84 as the answer. So I was thinking we could have used that 84 as the map, like, and then we divide it with the actual. I don't know if you understand me.
Sisi, I like the word you used. You said, I was thinking. And it's not what you are thinking, it is what it is. I don't know if you get my point.
I do.
What you think it should be and what it is are two different things altogether.
Okay.
So we go by what it is, not what you think it should be. Unless maybe you don't get it.
I do.
I hope you get it. If you don't get it, forget it.
So I can't forget.
I know it's your life, so you can't forget. Yes, I know. So it is not what you think it should have been, but it is what it is, what it has to be.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Randall.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, Randall.
How are you, sir?
I'm managing.
I'm good.
I just want to be like Bill Gates.
Oh, sir.
I need more cash to be like Bill Gates.
It will come to pass.
No, amen. Talk to me.
Yeah, I was actually out and you talked on one of you. So I came and I realized you've done the math, the MSc, and the MAPE. So I just want to find out the final answer you had for the map using your table and also the MSc and the MAPE.
Most of it, I think I've cleaned them. So please, the YouTube link. I'm sharing the YouTube link again.
Okay.
Okay. So you can go over through the YouTube and you get everything. Oh, sorry. I'm sharing the YouTube link again. Okay. So after everything, go back through YouTube and you should get everything. Okay. Randall, I hope you understand.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, thank you. Amasafua.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, dear.
Please, I wanted to find out with the question the guy asked earlier, the one in the book, the one we just did, you know. You first did the first one we did was for the 3 months on. No, you did the first one, like we started from the 3rd month. Before we came back again, it started from the 5th month. I was a bit confused.
The question was saying that we should find 3 months moving average, okay? The question says 3 months moving average. As soon as it says 3 months, it means you need 3 months figures to calculate, to do your calculation. I hope you're with me.
Yes, please.
Amma, are you following?
Yes, please, I'm here.
So as soon as it says 3 months, it means we will need 3 months figures to do the calculation. So we will need January. And the question even stated that compute a 3 month and a 5 month moving average for the months 4 through to 9. So we are starting from the month of the 4th month we are starting from the 4th month all the way to the 9th month here. Okay. So to get the 4th month, we will need the 1st, the 2nd, and the 3rd month together. So that is 120 plus 90 plus 100 all over the number of, because don't forget that it's a 3 months moving average. So we should divide it by 3. Okay. That is how we got the answer, which was 10, I think it was 103.33. I think that was the answer we got.
Okay. So that was for the first 3 months.
The 3 months moving averages.
Okay.
So we will use 3 months to calculate for the rest here. So if we want to calculate for the fifth month. Okay, if you want to get the moving average for the fifth month, we will use this one, and that's one. I hope you're with me.
Yes, please.
So to get for me, we will use April, March, and February to do that. And also to get for the 6th month, if we are calculating for the 6th month, which is this one, we will need the 5th month, the 4th month, and the 3rd month.
Okay. Okay, in that order.
Yes, in that order.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Mama. Charlie, I'm beginning to yawn myself. I know it's getting late, so I'll be leaving you guys very soon. Ajiwa.
Okay. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, my dear.
Okay. So my question was basically what she asked. I wasn't really getting it, but like I'm okay now. I'll just follow the procedure you've given to get it.
Okay. Thank you. Gradually, we are nearing the end of the class. And Beatrice, Bema.
Hello, sir.
Yes,
Please, sir, regarding the question that we are treating right now, the person went ahead to state some percentages which should be given to some months, and it started from October. So I got a little bit confused there, and I don't know.
Unfortunately, this question, I asked Doc about it, okay? And Doc was saying that a figure has been omitted from this table. That is why I've been very silent about that side. Okay?
Okay.
A figure has been omitted
sir.
from this table. So that is why I've been very silent. That is why I've not answered this question, the questions in the book. There is a problem somewhere. That is why I've not answered any question in the book. All the questions that I've been answering, I've been creating them and be answering it. I'm trying to be very careful not to confuse anybody. I asked the same question and Doc told me that a figure has been omitted from the table. It's a typographical error. So maybe something is out. That is why it's talking about October, but there's no October in the table. Is that okay? All right. So now that everybody's question is answered, I guess my duty here is done. Somebody said the B. Which B? Naomi Abuasika. Which B are you talking about? Raise your hand and let me unmute you to talk. Obano.
Yeah. Good evening.
Good evening, Obano.
Sir, please, the question. The one we just did, the B, you know.
Which B? Okay, the B part.
Yes.
Compute a weighted 3-month moving average forecast for month 4 through to 9. Okay, assign a weight of 4.5.45.23 and to the month in sequence, starting with the most recent one. The same thing, okay?
Okay.
The same thing. So if we are to use the moving average, he's saying that starting with the most recent month. So to calculate for this 4 months, it means that this one is going to be the one with the highest. Don't forget that the moving average says assign the most recent month with the highest average. So this is 0.45. This will be 0.23. And this will be 0.12. So our weighted average is going to be 120 multiplied by 0.12 plus 90 multiplied by 0.23, 0.23 plus 90, is it 100? Okay, 100 multiplied by 0.45. I hope you're with me.
Yes, please.
You do the maths together. What is, do you have a calculator with you?
Yes, please.
So help me out. 120 multiplied by 0.12. What is the figure? (120) multiplied by 0.12.
$14.4.
14.4 plus 90 multiplied by 0.23.
20.7.
20.7 plus 100 multiplied by 0.45.
45.
45, right? So add them together. 14.4 plus 20.7 plus 45.
80.1.
80.1. So what it means is that our forecasted value for the fourth month is 80.1. I hope you are with me.
Yes,
using the weighted moving average. So if we are to calculate for May, okay, if we are to calculate for May, what is going to happen is that the recent past month, the immediate past month is going to be April. So now the April one will now be getting the 0.45.
Oh, okay.
This one will get the 0.23, and this one will get the 0.12. So that one too, you go back and do the same computation. 90 0.12 plus 100 0.23 plus 95 0.45. So when you do all these things, the answer will be what you will get for this side. Is that okay?
Okay.
So you follow through like that.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome, Naomi. Ken. You people not let me sleep today.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
Please, I just want to find out something. The alpha you just used is not up to 100%. It's just 80%. And
it's just 80.
Yes.
It's based on the question. I'm answering a question here, and that is the figures that was given. So I'm just using it as an example.
Oh, okay, sir. Thank you.
This is not alpha. This is weight too.
Yeah, sorry. The
alpha.
weight.
This is weight.
Yeah, the weight. Sorry.
It is alpha that is always between the 0 and what do you call it? This is weight. So
yes, sir. It's correct.
Let's get our answers right. Okay, thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sambo, talk to me.
Yes, sir. Good evening, please.
Wow, another Celine Dion. Good evening, madam.
Okay, so please, my question has to do with the A part of the question we are solving right now.
Yes, madam.
Does it mean that question, there's something wrong with that question too? Because it's saying that you should compute a 3 months and a 5 months moving average for month 4 through 9. So I'm wondering how we would calculate a 5 months moving average for month 4.
You can only calculate a 5-month moving average when you have 5 months data.
Yes.
So the 5 months will not start from month 4. It's the 3 months that will start from month 4.
Okay.
The 5 months will definitely start from month 6 because you need the previous 5 months to do that.
Okay.
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 I hope nobody will ask any question again.
So it means there is nothing wrong with the question.
No, for this question, there's nothing wrong. There is another question which there was something that was omitted. Okay, there's another question that I asked Doc about it, but this very one, it's not this one that they omitted October. There's one that there's supposed to be some October that was omitted, so it's not this one. So sorry if I said it was this one. Forgive me. Forgive me for my age.
Okay.
Okay.
Sir,
all right.
Please, if you wouldn't mind, can you try and calculate for the 5 months moving average?
Oh, we did it too.
To understand.
We did it too.
Okay.
Were you not here?
Yesterday.
No, today we have done it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 120 plus 90 plus 100 plus 95 plus 110.
3, 4, 5.
All over 5. So you add all these figures together. When you are done, you divide it by 5, and that is it.
Okay. For month 4.
Not for month 4. This is a 5-month moving average. And I'm saying that the 5-month moving average can only do it only when you have 5 months data to calculate 5 months moving average.
Okay.
Okay.
So
the 5 months will start from 6.
Yes, and not and it has nothing to do with month 4.
No, the month 4 is the 3 months moving average.
Okay. I get it now. I get it now. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Please, so somebody is saying, please say the question B, the weight is not up to 100%. Yes, it's not up to 100%, but I based on this particular question, I used it to explain the points. So it might not be up to 100%, but we're using it to explain something. Okay. Godfred, Kwakwa. All right. Daniel, I hope I've answered your question.
Hello, sir. So if I understand, if we are to calculate for the demand using this table, that means the month is going to be our X, and then the deliveries per month is going to be our Y.
Exactly.
Okay.
So this is X and this is Y. Okay, so this is period 1, period 2, period 3, period 4, like that. Okay, so Daniel, I hope I've answered your question. So thank you very much for your time. My number is still the same. If you have any questions, yeah, Priscilla, I'm signing out too. Priscilla, be first. Hello, Priscilla, please talk to me. Yes, if you need a slide, let your course rep send me an email and I'll send it to you. All right, Courage, the only female in the world with the name Courage. Good night. Thank you for joining. I hope to be hearing from you guys in the days ahead. And please, final year, you'll be doing what do you call it? Project management. Okay, it's one of the courses that I teach. And there is some calculation over there. When it gets to that time and there is a problem, you organize yourself and talk to your course reps. And let's see if we can meet like what we are doing here to break it down. I mean, when you get to final year, not now, when you get to final year, if I'm still available and I still have time, I would like to help you around that time too. There is some calculation that's a little bit confusing, but I can also break it down to help you out. Priscilla, what question is it that I have not answered? I have asked you to unmute yourself and talk. You have unmuted yourself, but you're not talking. My number is 0244 705757. 0244 705757. 0244 705757. Okay, that is my number. Somebody is asking for the link to the YouTube. Okay, so I'm signing out. Priscilla, your question there, unless they be out from you, because who question crowd can me answer still out, your hand is still up, no. Priscilla. Can you type your question and let me see if I can help you? All right, Beatrice, have a wonderful evening too. Good night, good night, good night. If Priscilla is not talking, I'm signing out. Priscilla, send me a WhatsApp. If I can help you out, I am okay. Okay, thank you for being okay. So thank you for your time, and I hope to see you or hear from you after your midterm. However it goes, let me know and give me feedback. Thank you and have a good evening. And please, those who can join us on Alpha Hour too, I'll be waiting for you on Alpha Hour. Thank you and have a good evening. Stay blessed and bye-bye.